Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to SBR Sports Picks. His name's Jimmy the Bag. My name is Peter Loshak. This is the Loshak in the Bag show, the very last Loshak in the Bag show ever until Monday morning. Jimmy the Bag. It is Friday afternoon, August 3rd. It's been a profitable week for me. I'm up about 14 units overall. The day is off to a nice start. You, of course, start off with a winner. The Cubs team total over. Casher for you, Jim. And for me, I have no winners yet, but anyone who watched the morning show and tailed my recommended play, an immediate recommended play. What was the immediate recommended play I wanted was Cleveland -1, and at that point the line was in the -180s. Now it's all the way up into the -250s. So an enormous line move in favor of Cleveland. Yes, much. That's true. Nice. in the morning show,
and I tailed that with the -1.5.
Yes, you did. That's right. And you got what? You got like plus 105. Now the best line that Jimmy the Bag we would be able to give you if you took it now would be -123 at Pinnacle. So about a 30-cent line move on the run line in the Cleveland game, which I jumped immediately on. I also took the Cleveland first 5 innings team total over, thinking that Barria gets hit. All right, we do have a lot to cover. It should be a great show. We do have WNBA. It's a very, very weird WNBA card. Every single WNBA game involves a possible bounce back situation, right?
Yeah.
So that's interesting. CFL, I know Jimmy the Bag at the very least will have something interesting, extremely interesting to say about the CFL game tonight. If not an official pick, what do you think?
An official pick?
Really? Okay. I hope you cash because this game scares the crap out of me. I'm staying off it, and I hope you cash. Very interested to hear what you have to say. Then, of course, we'll have MMA, and we'll be very interested to hear what Annie Marak and Bill Buttlicker have to say because they did send in videos, video picks. The King Rail WNBA video pick was a huge hit. People just loved it, and of course, these guys, Annie Marak, King Rail, Bill Buttlicker, these guys are great analysts. So it's great just to hear what they have to say. And of course, Annie Marak's overall record is very good in the picks that he sent us so far with his analysis. Not quite 10 units up, but he's up about 8 units or so. I have the spreadsheet here, but he's up pushing double digits, and he's going to have a video pick. But what I'm told is that he's going to have the video has just one pick in it, but he sent us other picks that we're going to include on his.
I have. So we really need to bust through the rest of it because we're going to spend a little bit extra time on MMA. Right. Yes, I have also Normal Nation. Will be making a video for us next week on the UFC. He sent me a pick, and but I have all of Anna Marak's picks. And Bill Buttlicker has more than one pick on his video.
Right, but Anna Marak has sent you also an email with all other picks that are going to go on his official record or not?
That's right, yes.
It is, okay, because Anna Marak's official record overall is very good. And then, of course, yes, we're going to cover rugby. Jimmy the Bag, the play that I wanted to give in rugby yesterday, wound up cashing. It would have been a casher. I got talked off. It was the over in that in the Melbourne game. And, Jason Campbell warned me that it might be a defensive-oriented game, but I was thought. And so I would have had a winner on that one. In general, I have a decent read on rugby in general, I think. And a huge shout out to all the tech people and the production people behind the scenes, Johan, Sophia, of course, Lucrative Larry, and everyone else. These guys do a great job. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't mention Freddie Fortune.
Yeah, I didn't on purpose, intentionally not mentioning Freddie Fortune, but everyone else. No, of course, we're including Freddie Fortune in there. But a huge shout out to all the people who put up with us.
The first play that Mr. Green, this is his first day in our chat. The first play that he gave in the England League One cash today.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so let's get to some early comments, then we'll get into MLB. There's a few plays that I'm thinking about throwing on there as well. And let me see. Other comments coming in.
Joe Garcia says, missed the live morning, was hungover from the LA win, but got up and watched the replay 3 times.
Very nice. So I wonder if you got in on the watch it 3 times. That's a lot. Shout out to who's that? Joe Garcia.
My man Joe Garcia. Our man.
Huge shout out to Joe Garcia watching the replay 3 times. I'm not saying that the Cleveland game is going to be a winner for sure, but I am saying that if you got in at -185, you got a great line relative to where it is right now.
Definitely. Fade the Fool is back. Fade the Fool. He told us he'd be back come football season.
Where is he? I don't see him.
Fade the Fool says, I'm back. Football brought back the feeling back.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Fade the Fool. I'm not seeing. Maybe do I have Fade the Fool blocked? No. Is that possible?
No.
Where is Fade the Fool? All right. Sorry. I'm just looking for.
Of course.
Fade the Fool. Oh, there you go. Yes, Fade the Fool. I'm back. Football brought me back, feeling back to my wiener. Very nice.
King
very
Rail
nice.
giving you respect for that yellow shirt.
Hell yeah, thank you. Yes, King Rail. I do wear this. I'm like, I'm not saying I'm a fashion plate or anything. I'm not friggin' some kind of like international fashion icon, but a secret minor talent of mine is I do know how to look good on occasion when I try. You know what I'm saying? And I will be trying to show off a little bit of that in the IFBC, where I'm going to be breaking out some of my more favorable footwear. Let's see, Angel Romero checking in, my boys. Here we go, fellas. Huge shout out, Angel Romero. Love to see.
Ray Williams telling us the McGregor-Khabib fight's just being announced.
I did see that
one. If you like McGregor, take him now.
Mm-hmm.
He will get huge public backing. I guess if you are going against. Wow, that's exciting. And then Alan Action has a low-hanging fruit alert. Tillman. Our man, Chris Tillman, has been signed by the Texas Rangers.
Wow, very, very nice.
Nutflush
very
16
nice.
is here. Says Friday, a little rum and coke, and Jimmy and the Bag Show with the low bag family. Life gets no better. And remember, you gave the advice to Nutflush 16's daughter.
Yes,
remember?
I did. Yes,
the drug advice.
Yes, absolutely. Huge shout out to Nutflush 16's daughter. Savage Larry says, LOL. I don't think Loshak likes the bag. Joe Marino says, LOL. Pete looks like he's avoiding Jimmy, not sitting next to him. No, listen. The only situation here is I get freaked out when people are too close to me. I make a lot of jokes about maybe being gay, maybe being bi. Those are all total jokes. The reality is that when I'm within an inch of a dude, I start freaking out. I got to get away in any way, shape, or form. I love Jimmy as a human being, but if I'm less than an inch away from him, I need to move. I need to move, and thankfully I have. And now I'm at a very nice high five, Jimmy the Bag. High five, Jimmy the Bag. All right, so let's move in.
Jason Campbell saying another successful night for myself last night in the AFL. Best bet, Richmond cashed 3-0 with his AFL picks. Great work. Angel Romero.
Here we go again, yes.
Angel Romero.
Monarcas Morelias, once again, plus 145 money line. Home team has lost 5 in a row, and Monarcas is the dark horse team this year. I'm also leaning Pumas at plus 190. There you go. Angel Romero gave us Monarcas Morelia a while ago at plus 170. That one cash. She's liking them once again at plus 145. It wouldn't at all be surprising if a team has extended value in a smaller market like this one, because the market will be relatively quicker to catch on to proper valuations in bigger markets, one would think, than in smaller markets, although of course in smaller markets it takes less money to move the line. But Angel Romero once again thinking that Monarcas Morelia has value as a dog, and also leaning Pumas at plus 190.
Well, let's get serious.
Yes, hell
let's
yeah.
Get serious.
All right.
First, we have Mohammed Joma with a serious question. Anthony L with a serious question. Anthony L says, "What's wrong with gay?"
What's wrong? Nothing wrong with it. Nothing's wrong. It's just I realize it's not for me. When did I realize that? Yesterday. When I was 1 inch away from Jimmy the Bag, I was like, all right, let's stop the joking. Being gay, not for me. For other people, yes.
Man, I ruined it for all the other men out there. I apologize that I turned Pete off. I apologize. Mohammed Joma has a serious question. He says, I'm so used to going with 3-team parlays. Started with Sports Select here in Canada, which is trash, man, where you have to parlay. Ever since single payouts never look worth it. Should I force a change in the single plays?
Joe Garcia, I'm just reading his comment. Only handicapper show. Wait, what was the question?
Serious question.
Okay.
He's used to going with 3-team parlays because that's how we do it in Canada with Sports Select or Sports Action or whatever.
Yes.
Where you have to parlay. He says every single payout never looks worth it. Should I force a change? I'm guessing, and I think he should.
Wait, so he's saying he every single payout play never looks worth it. What does that mean? They don't tell you what the odds are?
No, because he sees a minus 110 and he thinks, well, I'm only going to make $18 back from my $20 bet instead of a $60 bet.
No, I mean the odds for just check the odds against the market. I'm not exactly sure. Sorry, I'm not exactly sure what the question here, and we would spend more time figuring out what the question is, except we have so much to cover. It's going to be a great show.
Sure, I will answer it. Yeah, you should start playing more single bets. You should absolutely, Mohammed Joma, make more single bets. Now, when you want to have a little fun and you see a certain spot that you want to parlay for a big score, go for it. But definitely get single bets into your playing. Parlay Poppy says, Pete, that blazer is actually 2 sizes too small. Yes, I know. But remember, super tight clothes and thick mustaches are in right now for millennials. Props, Pete. Very much for noticing, Parlay Poppy. All right, let's see. What else do we have here coming in? And I just want to make sure that we're not. No. Pete's a homophobe. I'm not a homophobe. All right, enough about that. I love many of my best friends are gay. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Other comments coming in, and then just we want to make sure that there's no comments coming in. You broke Vitalis' heart. He thought there's going to be an Eiffel Tower in store in Vegas. But. I mean, the other side of that coin is that I will do literally anything for a joke. If the humor payoff is
good enough, yes, I will do anything. Okay. And that's been the case for me since frickin' 6th grade. I realized that I will do anything and make sacrifices for anything if the payoff is big enough. Much like Sacha Baron Cohen. Let's see. All right, what else do we have here?
Big Tone has a nice point. He says, just put your parlays online straight up as well, which is a great way of doing it.
Yes. Big Tone, I'm happy to have given a winner in for Big Tone's dad's birthday. Thank God. Last birthday pick did lose. It was a little bit tough. That was the show where I was sitting close to Jim. Everything was off for me that day. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into MLB. Let's quickly review all of the picks that we gave in the morning show. All right, my picks are as follows. I did take White Sox -1 at +270. I took Mets -1 at +110. I took Atlanta first 5 innings team total under 1.5 -114. I did take the Yankees -1 at +104 and the Yankees second half money line at -130. I also took a couple of overs in the Yankees game, which is making me feel a little bit nervous, but I'm okay with it. I took over 9 at +107 and first 5 innings over 5 +110. I took the Dodgers -1 at +167. I took Cincinnati, Washington first 5 innings over 5 -120, and I took Cleveland -1, which at the time was only -138. Now that would be close to -200, but I took it -1, -138, and I also took Cleveland first 5 innings team total over 2.5 at -120. That's also moved up by about 20 cents. Other leans that I'm thinking about throwing on: the Cleveland on the full game team total over 5. Thinking about that one. If the Cincinnati, I'm thinking about a lot of first 5 inning team total overs. Just not sure if I want to double up on them. Both Cincinnati and Washington, both Yankees and Boston first 5 inning team total overs I'm thinking about. Even though I took the White Sox, thinking about throwing on Tampa Bay first 5 team total over, thinking about the over and the first 5 over in that Tampa Bay White Sox game as well. It's just 4.5 and 8. I'm also thinking about, Angels and Cleveland score in the first inning, yes, at -128. That's a play I'm thinking about. Let me just look at my other leans here, and then we will, and I'm thinking about overs in the Miami-Philly game as well. Not sure if I want to take that. And I'm also thinking about unders in the Colorado-Milwaukee game. Under 9 at -120 was a play that I saw. I'm thinking about unders in the Colorado-Milwaukee game and the first 5 innings and the second 5 innings, second half under. And here are Jim's plays from the morning show. Cubs team total over, that one cashed. Cleveland -1.5, he got +105. Cincinnati, Washington over 9.5. Colorado first 5 innings money line +111. Texas run line +116, and Arizona first 5 team total over 2.5 and full game team total over 4.5 at +100. So those are all the official picks from the morning show. Jimmy the Bag, we have about, maybe about 20 minutes to get into the rest of MLB, whatever you want to add. What do you think? What do you want to add here?
I agree. I think that's a good amount of time because we got so much to cover. Yes, I have 3 plays that I would like to add. First off, sorry, just pages after pages.
No, that's okay.
Notes.
That's okay.
First
well,
off,
you missed your chance. Let me add a play right now, okay?
Sure.
Under 9 Milwaukee, Colorado with Marquez and Guerra. I'm going to add that one. Ooh. Colorado, Milwaukee, under 9 -120. I could take 8.5 +102, but I'm just going to go for the 9. Under 9 -120. I've added that one on. That is at the Greek. Colorado, Milwaukee, under 9 -120. All right, take it away, Jim.
I'm making 2 plays on the Tigers Athletics game. My man Ralph Parwano told me to go right back to the well with the -1.5. I may be leaving units on the table, not doing that. I'm going to take the Athletics team total over and the full game over.
A's team total over and the full game over. That was a bet that I also made that I was thinking about. That's also in my leans column. I'm just concerned about Detroit's. Is Detroit going to be able to hit Anderson? I was leaning overs here, and Ralph Portwando said, don't worry about it, right?
He did.
Yeah.
The A's entered the series winning 30 of their last 40, won 4 straight in Detroit in June. Hardy actually has looked good this year, but he is just a 31-year-old journeyman. We shouldn't forget that. Even though he's got a 3.61 ERA, 1.24 whip, he's probably better off coming out of the pen. He faced the A's on June 26th in Detroit, got roughed up for 6 hits, 6 runs, 3 of them were in, but in just 4 innings. I don't trust either of these guys. Anderson's only made 1 start at home all year. He got absolutely destroyed. 10 hits, 9 runs, 7 earned in 3 innings. 3-3 lifetime against Tigers, 5.46 ERA. I know that the Tigers hit for a high average, but their OPS is just falling fast against lefties. I decided that the 2 safest plays, I think I want to right now, just with where my units are at for the season. I don't feel like yesterday would have been a nice day had I not made the 3 plays on the Mariners game at the end of the day. I could go 4 ways on this. I'm just not at a point right now in my season where I feel like that's a smart move. I'm just going to take A's team total over and full game over.
All right, the A's team total over at Pinnacle is 4.5 minus 124. If you have a better line, quote me that. If not, we'll give you that, 4.5 minus 124. And the full game over here at SBRodds.com, 8.5 minus 116. I'm agreeing with that one. And Portuando said, don't worry about it, Jim.
Yes, he did.
Huh?
He said, Ralph Portuando said, just go back to the well. A's minus 1.5. And
but you're not taking A's minus 1.5.
I'm not.
Yeah. All right. So let's see.
I don't trust Brett Anderson enough.
Yes, right. No, I hear you. I was leaning, vague leans to the over on this one. Lean to the first 5 over. Lean to the Oakland team total overs as well. First 5 and a full game. There's a slight chance I'll throw them on here. I'm just not liking them nearly as much as I'm liking some of my other plays on today's card. All right, Jim, what else do you have for us?
Interesting. Anthony L says is on Athletics minus 1 and Athletics team total over 4.5. Dion Davis is on the A's run line. Alan actually says Tigers are 16-13 against left-hand pitching, but it's the Tigers and they're playing the A's. I feel you. Okay.
They're terrible now, huh?
They're just not hitting for any power at all.
Right.
No power, so they're still getting on base. They're still sort of able to manufacture runs, but they're just not doing enough. I'm just going to quickly, if you don't mind, make sure that that's not the best line.
And Hardy is what's your take on him? You've heard that people fade him, no problem.
Oh, nice. Toronto Bird, our commenter from the early show that said that the Dodgers murder and torture their opponents.
Yes.
Toronto Bird, very interesting. Let me take a little time to figure out what Toronto Bird means.
Toronto Bird.
I'm guessing.
Yes.
That she is lives in Toronto, and she might want to meet up with the bag.
No, I'm thinking she's just trying to ask you if you like the Blue Jays or not tonight. I think that's what she's asking here.
Right.
I think that's what she's asking here. Melos Palos Way likes Oakland and the over. Tom says Hardy has been much better at home. Teams hit 40 points higher against him on the road. Yeah, I might throw on some. Wow, look at this. All right, yes. Twate Latte likes A's team total and A's minus 1 with Anthony L. A lot of people liking Anthony L. says, why wouldn't we fade Hardy? He sucks. Okay, that pretty much says it all. Michael Stopperich says, Peter Lo Suave, love the jacket. Thank you so much for noticing. Son. Thank you very much for noticing, Michael Stopperich. Red Girl likes Oakland run line or the over. Let me see. Other comments.
Eric Griffo says, Pete, it's Tom Brady's birthday, and he needs a birthday
Yeah, Tom Brady. Brandon Foster loves the A's team total over. Man, I just got to think about this for a second. Darcy Tretian says, Peter, do you think D-backs minus 1.5 on the 4.5 inning line is a good play? Well, I'll tell you, Darcy Tretian, no, I don't think it's a good play, but I do think that throwing in volatility and taking dog lines here in general is a great thing to do with both these lineups and particularly these starting pitchers. So I'd much rather have the Diamondbacks minus 1.5 at plus 170 in this game than having them, as a favorite. But no, I'm not really liking that one, and I just don't really trust Corbin here. And at the massive underdog line, I'd probably be leaning San Francisco actually. But okay.
My final edition?
Yeah, go ahead.
I am taking the first 5 under in Blue Jays, Mariners. I don't think Mariners are averaging, 3.3 runs per game in July. It's not that their offense scares me. I still, even though there was a nice performance yesterday by the bullpen, it came out of nowhere. That guy who went 7 innings or so was signed the day before. It was just a shocking performance. I don't want to double up on this game because I just don't trust the Jays pitching staff at all. I've liked Baraki, and I really like Gonzalez. He's won 5 straight starts. 6 earned runs. He's only allowed 6 earned runs in that span. So the Blue Jays average in OPS against lefties is going down. The Mariners, I expect, their OPS is going down. Their average is still sort of staying the same. But I am on the first 5 under 4.5.
Oh, no, I'm seeing Big Tone says, thank you, Pete. Sadly, your birthday pick yesterday lost 4 parlays for me, but I did go 6-1 yesterday straight up. God, that's why you got to be so careful about parlays and money managing. You know what I'm saying? Sorry, I don't mean to. We're going to give you a pick, but that's the thing. Money management is so important because, all right, so what are the birthday picks since John Garcia? What is it, 13-3 now? Yes? All right, well, even at 13-3, even if you knew you had a 13-3 edge on every single play, if you over overbet that edge, you will still wind up going broke. You know what I'm saying? If you bet 90% of your bankroll on plays and they go 13-3, yes, you'll wind up broke. I'm so sorry to hear that, Big Tone. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, you got to money manage them properly. All right, Jim. Sorry, that was a little bit of a divergence here. What would you like here, Jim?
First 5 under 4.5.
Okay.
Please line shop for
me. For which game?
For Blue Jays Mariners.
All right. So the Seattle game, first 5 innings under. Let me see. Yes, let's do a little bit of line shopping here. At SBRodds.com, let me see the Blue Jays game at Seattle and Toronto, 4.5 minus 125 everywhere. Every single place has 4.5 minus 125. You think Borucki's going to have an okay start here, huh?
I've liked everything I've seen from Borucki. 35 innings and his whip is a little high, but he's just one of those crafty lefties that he really brought to my attention sitting beside you all year. He just gets the job done. He's got sneaky stuff, and I like him. But it's not even Borucki as much as the Mariners' offense is god awful right now, just so bad. I would like to take the full game over. I'm just not going to double up on it, and I feel more confident in these two guys than I do the bull.
Okay. Wow. And in the meantime, do you have anything to say about Miami, Philly, Richards, Velasquez? I was thinking about over in this one and first 5 over. Velasquez, of course, can be great. 6 innings shutout start is never out of the question for him, but I'm thinking that the total might be a little bit low here. These teams should be able to put up something one way or another at some point in this game. What do you think, Jim?
So Velasquez, you know what? I've been staying away from the pitchers that just seem to have my number. Velasquez is one of them. There was a game earlier this year I was certain he was going to get touched, and he threw like a no through 7. And I love the way Richards has looked. So I'm just going to stay away. I don't want to lead anybody in the wrong direction. And Velasquez, a couple of these guys like Velasquez, like Giolito, they've just ripped the confidence out of my chest and cut a small slit in it.
Yeah.
And then drank a whole bunch of Costa Rican tap water.
I hear you. All right, I'm going to make a play that might surprise a few people here. I'm taking Atlanta Mets, second half over 3 minus 110. Atlanta Mets, second half over 3 minus 110. That's a low total for a second half. I'm taking Atlanta Mets, second half over 3 minus 110. And this Miami Philly game. You think that what's your take on the other guy who's starting here? What the hell is his name?
Trevor Richards.
Yeah,
we talked
been good for three starts. He says he's been good, right?
And not just good, he's been very good. 18 2/3 in those 3 starts. He's allowed 1 run and just 10 hits. I told you that turnaround happened in Colorado in that high elevation. He looked awesome, and he's continued to look awesome. Now, Velasquez has looked very good too. Since June 13th, 2.48 ERA, 163 opponents batting average. Did struggle a bit against the Reds, struggled with his command, but I'd almost prefer him to struggle with his command rather than going right down the middle. Now, Parlay Poppy says Miami Phillies first 5 under 5. Both Richards and Velasquez pitch opposing squads well, with Velasquez not allowing more than 1 run in his last 3 against Miami.
Wow.
Darcy Kutchen says, going to take a shot on Marlins, minus 1.5 at plus 290. Richards is in good form. Phillies bat silent for their comeback last night.
Interesting stuff here. All right, so maybe I'll hold off on my leans to the overs there. Let me see. Also, interestingly, the Cincinnati Washington game is still where it is. Go ahead, Jim.
I'm very interested in that second half play you just made. Over 3. This Mets bullpen is such trash. It might just be a gorgeous play you're making. And a question here from Anil Frank says, why not just Atlanta second half?
Why not just Atlanta second half? Not a bad. Because you're getting they're a favorite, minus 125. You don't know exactly how deep what's his name DeGrom is going to go, right? I wouldn't be opposed.
You're right, because you're right. DeGrom could go 7.
Yeah, sure.
Could even go 8.
Yeah, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but I'm on the Mets here, and I'm not, and I don't like the Atlanta one enough to take it here.
Okay.
But yeah. All right. So once again, the picks that I'm thinking about. Is there anything else you want to add, Jim?
Not in MLB. That's it for me.
Okay, so let's just go over the games one by one. St. Louis, Pittsburgh. Did Twate Latte have any opinion on this one? Again, a 20-cent line move in favor of Pittsburgh.
What did Twate Latte say? Give me a second. Let me see if I can go into a chat and see what he said about it. This morning he said he was not going to back Pittsburgh until Dickerson comes back. I remember that clearly. Right. But I don't know if he ended up making a move on it. And I don't know if he did. He's in the chat right now because he gave us his A's picks.
Yes.
Twatty.
Yes,
let us know. Let us know. Parlay Poppy, though. St. Louis, Pittsburgh under. Oh, and by the way, I had 3 plays I was going to give out on that game in that early show. We talked about it, and I went off of it. And then after thinking about it, I'm off of it completely. Red Girl, though, over in the Pirates game, and that was one of the moves that I was going to make that I'm no longer making.
All right, how about this, Jim? I'm seeing we want to promo Intertops here, which is the sponsor. Oh, we're not the sponsor of the show. Whatever we're doing, we have a thing with Intertops right now. Let me just tell you what I'm thinking about in terms of MLB. Then, Jim, why don't you give a plug and tell everyone about the Intertops thing? And then after you're done doing that, I will try to make my final decisions here. Here's what I'm thinking about. I am thinking about throwing on Milwaukee -1. I'm thinking about Cleveland full game team total over as well. I'm thinking about Tampa Bay first 5 team total over and Tampa Bay White Sox first 5 over. I'm thinking about Miami Philly first 5 and full game over as well. I'm thinking about Yankees team total overs first 5 and full game maybe. I'm thinking about going on some Oakland Detroit overs with Jimmy the Bag there, and vaguely thinking about maybe a shot with Arizona first 5 team total over. Also, thinking about a first 5 over. There's a lot of first 5 overs that I have borderline feelings for, as well as Milwaukee -1. And that's pretty much what I'm thinking about. Why don't you give a plug for Intertops, Jim, and tell us about the promo code and what's all going on there while I try to get some balls here and make some decisions here.
Sure. There are some comments I want to get to, so I'm going to leave it right here to remember to get back to them. But yeah, we have a thing at Intertops. Hit the link at the bottom of our page. 100% bonus up to $500 with the tag NFL 2018. And the higher-ups are very interested. Let's see if we can get people to go to Intertops. Intertops almost always has our best lines. We mention them all the time during the show, so check it out. Also, our man Tomor said that Intertops is one of the few books that lets you make bets of over $1,000 on futures. A lot of books don't let you do that, but Intertops is one that does, so check it out.
Yeah, First off, Intertops been around for a long time. All right, Jim. All right, go ahead.
Okay, my man Gio Mercedes says, shout me out. I follow you guys all the time. Shout out, Gio Mercedes. Much love, my man. And here is, I'm very thankful that I got off of this, because here's Twadi Latte coming in saying, Pirates team total under 4.5. When I thought Gant looked susceptible, I started thinking more. It was only 2 earned runs. It was 3 runs total, but just 2 earned runs against the Cubs. And the Cubs are a great hitting team. So I'm thankful to be off that. I had 3 plays, so thank Wadi and the chat for getting me off those plays. Then Mr. Green here, I know we're focusing on baseball right now, but has his League One picks. Mr. Green is 1 for 1, giving out plays on the chat. Accrington plus 125. Rochdale plus 180. Fleetwood plus 120. Barnsley minus 110. And Coventry, Scunthorpe, both teams to score at minus 118. Thank you, Mr. Green. And I'm very interested. I'm going to copy and post these. So that's for tomorrow's action. Wonder what lucrative Larry's got in store. Who knows? Could be Freddie Fortune again.
What's your take on the Miami lineup right now, Jim?
They battle. They battle. I'm getting more and more impressed with this lineup, all year. Jeter said that obviously it's a cut at the players that they traded away, and I'm shocked that they would want to get rid of Yelich. But that all these guys want to be there, they want to play, they're enjoying being around each other. Brian Anderson could end up being the Rookie of the Year. Castro, I thought he was. We forget how young he is, but I thought maybe he was just on the downswing, the denouement of his career. But man, he looks awesome. So they battle, they grind out at bats. Now Bohr hit his first home run in 17 games. If Bohr gets hot, when Bohr wasn't hitting, this team was, manufacturing runs and not capable of putting up the crooked numbers. Now Bohr hit a nice home run yesterday. If he gets hot, that could change. Without Bohr hitting hard, they don't have a lot of power. All
right, I'm taking Miami Philly over 8.5 minus 123. Just one play. I'm not going to double or triple up or anything there.
There's Tomor saying I think Miami's lineup is strong right now with Bohr and Real Muto back.
All right, I'm taking Miami Philly over 8.5 minus 123. I'm also going to take the LA Angels Cleveland score in the first inning. That's a yes at minus 128. That's a yes at minus 128.
What was that, sorry?
Cleveland and Angels score in first, yes, minus 128. I'm adding Miami Philly over 8 minus 123. I'm thinking about throwing on the Cleveland team total over as well at 5 minus 124, which is at Pinnacle right now, which I do like. Let's see what Heritage has here, 5.5 minus 110. Okay, yes, I will throw that one on there as well. Cleveland full game team total over 5 minus 124. Just really not liking Barrier right now in this spot. So I'm going to take Cleveland team total over 5 minus 124. I'm going to add that one on there. What's going on, Jim?
Oh, sorry. Trent Claxton says Jimmy, Arizona lost today. I think he's trying to mess with my head, really mess with my head. And I'm not going to let him.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let him. Okay, there's a bunch of stuff I want to read out.
Yeah.
First off, Cody Valentine likes Pittsburgh minus 1.5. Parlay Poppy said, told you guys the same thing with Gallardo yesterday with Texas. The bats turn up for him every time. He's not a good pitcher. Same thing with Porcello. That's why I'm on Sox over 4 full game and Sox minus 1.5. Cash action bets is on Milwaukee and the Astros. Sandercock backs that, but he says on Astros plus 1.5. Oh, for a parlay with the Cubs. So nice. And then Tomar says Mets lineup is garbage. Conforto hitting 3rd, Austin Jackson hitting 5th, and then Goose is back.
Shout out to Goose. Shout out to Goose.
Goose maybe just had to regroup in the homeless shelter.
Maybe.
Goose is back. Goose will be at IFBC.
Excellent.
Says Braves plus 1.5. Sandercock says, yeah, I love the Dodgers lineup now. And then King Rail is giving a parlay, a WNBA parlay out. Storm money line. Dream money line. Wow. Big 3 tri-state money line. Three's Company. Three's Company and Storm money line, Dream money line at plus 286. I'm missing that first one.
Storm money line, Dream money line.
But that won't give him plus 286.
All right.
So there must be one more that I'm missing.
You know what else I'm going to do? I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to take both the Yankees and Boston first 5 innings team total overs. Hopefully, I could easily lose both of those, though, because both Severino and Porcello could have a good game, especially after yesterday.
The line movement was strange.
What's the line movement towards?
I just mean in the morning, seeing that the under was getting cash. I haven't looked at it in the last.
I think the over's getting cash now. Yeah,
it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. We all watched them put up over 20 runs. But first off, quickly, Jose Benavides says, I'm at work. I told my coworker Jason I'd get him a shout out if he answers the phones while I'm watching this incredible show. Will you please give Jason a proper shout out?
All right, yeah. So for anyone who's I haven't yet put on Yankees and Boston first 5 innings team total overs yet, and I think maybe I'll hold off. We don't really know what's going to happen here, but anyway, huge shout out to Jose Benavides, coworker Jason, answering the phones while he's watching this awesome show. Thank you so much. That's what life is all about: helping each other. You know what I'm saying? Not crushing each other, not killing each other. Yes, crushing each other and killing each other helps you personally in the short term. Guess what? Long term, that means extinction for humanity. Do you not care about that? Because I do.
Wow, that was impressive. That was really
that was
impressive.
off the cuff there.
That
was off the cuff there. Because
God damn, I was into that.
You guys care about the future of humanity? Because I sure as hell do. So be fucking supportive of each other, assholes, all right? Anyone who's not being supportive of other human beings, go fuck yourself. Go to Jupiter. We don't want you here. Only supportive people like Jason with Jose Benavides.
Our new handicapper from China electrified me in the morning show and has given her first play. Yankees. She is on the New York Yankees. She's got many yen on it. And then, let's see. McGregor underdog, sweet baby Jesus. Carl's laughing. Joe Garcia says, SBR Brass, bring the show on fucking weekends.
Hell yeah.
Especially since football's going to start. What is it going to take? They inform and entertain. Best show on YouTube, my opinion.
Who said that?
Joe Garcia. Our man Joe Garcia.
Best show on YouTube, in my opinion. That's in Joe Garcia's opinion, and they can't take that away from us, Jimmy the Bag. There's nothing they can do to take that away. But they're going to try.
Are they?
They're going to try, but they can't. They can't take comments like that away from us, ever, no matter what happens. All right,
Antoine Seymour says, Jimmy, what do you think of Marlins' first 5?
And Neil Frank says, wow, Pete, that took a dark turn. Sorry about that. Sorry, has that scared anyone? I'm sorry. Didn't mean for that to happen. I didn't mean to scare anyone. I'm just trying to wake some people up. Didn't mean to scare anyone. All right, let's see.
Oh, shit, the big 3. That's sorry. Thank you, Kobe, for clarifying that. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. Of course, he's talking about the big 3 tournament. So he's got Tri-State on the money line. Three's Company money line. Then he's got Storm money line, Dream money line. Wow, thank you. Sorry, Kobe. Sorry I messed that up, King. So that's his parlay at plus 286. Wow, that's exciting. I'm going to get that locked, too. I want to take a look at that.
All right, so the plays that I have added on and that Jim have added on in MLB. Jim has added on A's, team total over 4.5. Detroit, Oakland over 8.5. Seattle, first half under 4.5. Those are the only 3 plays Jim added on. I added on Angels, Cleveland, score in the first, yes, minus 128. Miami, Philly, over 8.5. Colorado, Milwaukee, under 9. Cleveland, full game team total over 5. And Atlanta, Mets, second half over 3, minus 110. And I guess I'll just chill out just a little bit for now. one question, Jim. Cincinnati, Washington. I did take the first half over on that one. Jim took full game over, and I'm thinking that there might be just a way to stack in some sneaky units by taking some of these first 5 team totals. Cincinnati is just 2. Washington is 3. Both these starting pitchers look vulnerable. What do you think here, Jim?
They do. It's just the Reds' bats are cold. Mm-hmm. Can Gio Gonzalez throwing 86?
But what happened to close the first half of the regular season? They were putting up 8 runs every game, right?
Twadi expects them to come back to life at some point. That's the problem. That's why I don't want to double up. Gio Gonzalez is crafty.
He is.
And that's just the only reason why I don't want to double up. But I think DeSclafani gets touched. This Nationals team is a powerhouse right now. And I also know that if the faster Nationals can get to that Reds bullpen, the higher the score is going to be. Maybe Nationals team total over is the play. Maybe that, what is the Nationals team total over?
Nationals team total over right now at Pinnacle is 5 minus 121.
I don't like to make a bet where I need to hit 6 to get it.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm fine with the full game over 9.5.
All right, I guess I'm going to hold off for now. That's it for all my MLB picks, because we do have a lot to cover, so we want to keep a brisk pace here, which we are doing. I'm very happy about that. Let's just quickly go over the 7 o'clock games again. St. Louis, Pittsburgh, pass for both of us, but Tuate Latte likes the Pittsburgh team total under. Miami, Philly, I did throw on the over 8.5, and I would have a lean to the first half over as well at 4.5, even though Parlay Poppy likes the first half under at 5. And Cincinnati, Washington, Jim took the full game over. I took the first half over. Leaning to the team total overs as well on the first 5 innings, but I guess I'll hold off on that one. Atlanta, Mets, I took Mets -1, and I took second half over 3, minus 110. Yankees, Boston, this is a highly controversial game. A little bit of money coming in favoring Boston, but I took Yankees -1, Yankees second half money line. I took the first 5 innings over 5, and I took the full game over 9, and I guess I will leave that where it is. White Sox, Tampa Bay, took one shot with White Sox -1, but I'd also be leaning Tampa Bay first 5 team total over and the first 5 over in general, as well as the full game over, which I did see at 8. Angels, Cleveland, again, I gave Cleveland -1 early in the morning show. I gave Cleveland first 5 team total over and full game team total over and score in the first, yes. And Jim also took Cleveland minus 1.5. And then that's it for the 7 o'clock games.
That is it for the 7 o'clock games. And I know we got to move on quickly, but our man Nutflush16 says, Jimmy and Pete, please welcome our new low bag family member, Matt. This is his first day on the show. Can you take a few seconds to give
Who's Matt? Is that his new baby, or is that a new human?
That is a new human being. A new low bagger watching the show right now. Can you give Matt just a little taste of the glory that he can
Sure. Wait, let me. I don't know about that. Now you're getting a little bit close to me, Jim. Matt, first thing you need to know is that I make some jokes here and there about being gay and stuff, but I don't like to be close to. But the truth is, I don't like to be close to any human being, really. All right. Wait. Where's this comment? Where's this comment here?
Flush16 says, Jimmy and Pete, please welcome our new low bag family member, Matt. It's his first day on the show.
Matt, huge shout out to Matt. I can't find the comment there, but Matt, things go pretty fast. There's a lot of ups and downs here, both in terms of tech reliability and the picks that we give, and even the entertainment value, although I feel like we do a pretty good job maintaining a basic level of entertainment value, which is why I look like this, Matt. You know what I'm saying? Because worst case scenario, at least I can look like this and make faces into the camera. That has at least a teeny bit of entertainment value, right? So we're giving everything we can in this show. I look like this just for the entertainment value. We do everything we can in terms of our research and pulling up videos and responding to comments and keeping a brisk pace and everything we can possibly do to make this show as good as possible. So if you like it, that's great. If not, have a great life. How about that?
Yeah, I just wish it stayed so positive. It seems
no, but I think he is going to like it. I think Matt is going to like it. I think Matt is going to say, wow, this really is a good, unique show. There's a lot of crap because it's so easy to make shows nowadays, but these guys have something special.
Oh, I
you know
feel
what I'm
that,
saying?
Man. I feel we got
these guys have something special.
R2D2 from Finland says, Finland in the house, being a huge fan of your show since you started. 7-hour time difference, don't bother none. This is the best damn handicapping show ever. Pete and Jimmy
Who's
Rock.
That?
That's R2D2 straight out of Finland.
R2D2, if there's any chance that you could get me Finnish citizenship and I could just come there and work and hang out with you, please hook me up. Please hook me up if you can. All right, sorry.
Right, we got to make moves. We got a ton of stuff to cover. I want to read out Barca Man quickly, and then you can decide if you want to do some final add-ons.
Not applicable, says Severino is not 100%. Is that what's going on here?
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, if you look, I can go up to his stats, but I believe he's allowed 19 runs in his last 20 innings. I mean, you have to think that something might be wrong.
Alan Action says, surprised you guys aren't hammering the Rangers. Jim did. Jim took the Rangers -1.5. I'm going to stay off that game for now. I don't think if you want to add any other picks or just Jim.
I think Hess gets touched, but the totals are so high that I don't need to go for a ridiculous score. I'll just take the -1.5.
Barca has. Oh, sorry.
Barca has International Champ Cup parlay for tomorrow. Quick one. Barca versus Milan. Both teams to score and over 3.5. That's juicy. He's got Juventus versus Real Madrid. Both teams to score and over 2.5. And Inter Milan and Lyon, both teams to score and over 2.5. Juicy stuff, Barcelona. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah. Other comments here. CC Fitness says, umping the Philly game is strong to the under, Pete. Okay. I did not check that. I hope it's not Eddings, but, that's okay. I'm only on it one way, and we'll see how it turns out. Coco Bongo says, I almost drove off the freeway laughing at Pete's rant about humanity. You know how hard that is, Jim? You know how many fucking asshole marketing executives are like, but can you really affect people? Can you really have the power to touch people through the video camera? And the answer for most people is no. But look what I just did there, Jim.
Oh, yes, you did.
I got to figure out how to just get rewarded for it a little bit more. All right. I feel like Mike, no, I'm not going to.
Okay, one final question. I do find this interesting. Mohammed Joan says, Pete, you've been fading Severino quicker than anyone.
Yes.
But you take him tonight in Fenway.
Well, yeah. Listen, I took overs. So if Severino gets crushed, then the first 5 in full game over will cash. And I took the Yankees second half. So if Severino gets crushed, the Yankees will be primed for a second half rebound. So the only pick I gave was that would be helped with Severino pitching well is Yankees -1. And out of the 3 plays I gave, out of the 4 plays, that's definitely the one I'm liking the least.
Yeah.
That's definitely the one.
I hate to do this, but we've got to move on. It's 16 minutes to. So we've got some 7 o'clock games going on other sports.
So let's move on. WNBA. Yes. Once again, the picks that we gave in the morning show, Jim took the Washington team total over 87 with me. I did see that is now up to 89. So nice job there. I also, despite reports of the Aces likely to be tired, took a shot with the Aces first half team total over 40.5. I just think the way this Vegas team is if they are actually tired, that's going to come off the defensive end, not the offensive end. And I also took Atlanta team total under 87, which is maybe a little bit borderline, but Atlanta, I think they do have back not class, but back style, playing lower scoring games, and I could easily see them getting a blowout win here and the game still going under, and them sneak. Or if it's a high scoring game, but they're not doing well offensively, they could the game could go over, but they go under their team total. So I took Vegas first half team total over 40.5, Atlanta team total under 88.5, and Washington team total over 87. Godmother 87 also recommended to play on the Washington team total over, right, Jim?
Yes.
Which is why we took it, and Jim tailed that one as well.
I did, and for some other spots, there's been a lot of questions about whether the Aces are tired from this flight. Red Girl does think that's the case. Obviously, she's taking Aces under. My man Trenton Claxton's plays here, and he's been hitting very hard in WNBA. He's got Atlanta first quarter, Washington first quarter, and leans to Minnesota on the spread, and says, I think Minnesota gets it right.
In the meantime, the Minnesota game, Trevor Andrews says, lock of the year, Minnesota. This is a very responsive championship caliber team. Yeah, Jim and I both got, Jim took Minnesota money line first half and full game. I took Minnesota, not money line. I thought I was being slick by just taking the team total overs. So if they did get beat, but it was a high scoring game, I'd cash anyway, but I did not. I took first 5 and full game team total overs with Minnesota as well. So Jim and I both took 2 losses yesterday. What do you think? What do you think, Jim?
I'm concerned. I know that King's very high on the Storm, generally speaking. And seriously says Aces money line. They aren't tired. Because of that, I just don't feel comfortable taking Minnesota here. A tired Minnesota team.
And who are they playing? They're playing Seattle, right?
Exactly.
See, if they were playing anyone else, I'd be feeling that way, but Seattle has turned such a corner. What does King Rail think about this game? Does King Rail think Seattle's going to roll here? Do we know? King
Rail's here in the chat, so I'll let him answer those questions. But right now he says it's funny how people are so quick to shit on sports because they don't understand the world is going to shit fast. So worried for my children.
Oh, you can say that again. Yes. What's my one joke? I said this. Whenever I meet someone's kid who's like 3 months old, I apologize to the 3-month-old kid for the world we're leaving them. No one else really thinks it's funny, but I think it's friggin' hilarious. Yeah, you're right. This world's going to shit fast. So worried for my children. King Rail, wait till they have drones that are starting to slaughter huge swaths of humanity. That's gonna happen. Yes, that's gonna happen very soon. Drone slaughter, Jimmy the Bag. It's coming. It's coming.
Let's focus.
It's coming.
Let's focus on
IFBC.
IFBC.
Let's have a nice show for the rest. let's focus on IFBC and focus on the rest of this card. Oh, it's coming. Drone slaughter. All right, let's see. All right, so Jim, if it was anyone else except for Seattle, I'd be thinking that
Indian Cowboys joined us. So sweet. He says Seattle has revenge. Seattle is likely to roll tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is just that, like, Seattle's just so good. Again, if it was any other team, I would be thinking bounce back from Minnesota, as we saw with Phoenix, right? Phoenix.
People are loving your prune rants.
They love it?
They love your prune rants.
Right, that's great. Well, there might not be too many more of these, so take them while...
Pete is prune infused.
Yeah, I am. To get it while the getting's good, people. All right, so, yeah, I mean, we saw what happened with Phoenix, right? A big blowout loss on a back-to-back. Bam, came back and absolutely steamrolled a good team. But it's just Seattle's just a little bit in a different category, right? And if Seattle drops the hammer on Minnesota early, I don't know if they have the character to bounce back here. They're getting a lot of points here, and this Aces line is up to 9. What the hell,
Lynx
man?
Are 2-7 against the spread. Last meetings against Seattle as well. Says Indian Cowboy. So great to have him. Game Girl 45. Game Girl 45. New commenter says Tampa Bay first 5 money line and run line. Full game money line and run line.
Wait, who?
Game Girl 45.
No, what pick?
Tampa Bay first 5 money line and run line. Full game money line and run line. 4 plays on Tampa Bay.
Okay. Oh,
and
wow.
then Oakland
really?
first 5 and full game money line. And Pittsburgh first 5 money line and run line. Wow. Game Girl 45 going heavy on the Rays, A's, and Pirates. But we got a ton of very important stuff to get to with UFC. So I don't want to stay on this for too long.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just looking at. It feels like there's so much opportunity with the WNBA tonight. The Aces are now getting 9. Where's that coming from, Jim? I know they're tired. They're tired, but they're still professional athletes. 9
is crazy.
And who are they going up against?
The Mystics.
The Mystics. I mean, it's just. Are the Mystics that good?
Damn. Raymond Scott coming in saying Nats Reds postponed.
Nats Reds postponed. All right. Okay.
Thank you for that information, Raymond.
Yes. Thank you so much. All right. Look, the only game that goes off at 7:00 is Chicago Atlanta. That's the game I'm least concerned about. Doesn't King Rail like Atlanta here? Didn't he say that, or am I misremembering something?
Yes. Oh, here he comes in. Okay, great. Right. King Rail says, I'm on Dream. First quarter money line, full game -8, bought a point.
Man. All right. So I took Atlanta team total under. Hopefully this will be the first two. These teams played twice this year, and the first halves were very low scoring in both of the games. There's some funny. Look at that. Jim laughing like something funny. Yeah. Jim laughing like something funny.
Jokes, not prune jokes, man.
All right.
Non-applicable says, we don't have time for this, but non-applicable says the power of prune keeps you regular, gives you energy for the occasional rant. Coco Bongo says pruning hard, man.
And in the meantime, the first half total is getting bet way up. The first 2 games that Atlanta and Chicago played were very low scoring, but they were earlier in the year when Atlanta was having problems offensively and
King
strong
Rail
defense.
Comes in Aces first half +5 and +9.
Right. Are the Mystics that good? I mean, we do have the Mystics team total over, but I feel like this is going to be another game that's just going to soar over. And if you're handing the Aces all of these points, I just don't quite get it. Are they that good? Is this team that? Are the Mystics that good?
Are the Mystics drinking prune?
Washington? King Rail. I just have one question for King Rail, and then we'll move on to the next segment. King Rail, are the Mystics that good?
Wow.
What's
Indian
that?
Cowboy laughs out loud. Mystics going to kill him.
Who is?
Indian Cowboy says Mystics going to kill him.
Mystics are going to kill him.
Vegas can't play defense so they can score, but
That's
when
true.
Washington wants to play defense, they can. They beat the best team in the East on the road, crushed Atlanta. But I am Game Girl. Aces first quarter, first half, and full game.
Yeah. All right, I'm looking at this. I'm thinking about just throwing on.
Now, the CFL game, we got an extra half hour with, so we don't need to force it. But yes, I have a play on the CFL game, which we're going to get to very quick.
Okay. That sounds. Let me just check what the hell is going on here. Pinnacle appears to have pulled the first quarter. I was about to throw on the Aces first quarter team total over as another play, but all right. So that's it. Once again, we'll see what happens in the WNBA. Jim and I both took Washington team total over 87, which was a partial tail, or I would say a full tail of Godmother 87, who said that she liked that in the morning show. I took Atlanta team total under 88.5. I'm hoping that if they do get a blowout win, as King Rail is expecting, it still might be a lower scoring game, and they sneak under maybe an 85, 60.
This is Parlay Poppy's going heavy on a play that you like. Says large on Aces over 19.5 points first quarter.
Yeah.
That was a play you talked about.
Well, I already gave the first half team total over, and I was thinking about throwing on doubling up on that one. I'm going to give the Heritage first quarter over here as well, because I'm just not, these aces love to run, whether they're tired, whether they're rested, whether they have revenge, whether they don't care. It's like any situation, they're like, well, we don't really care about this game, so we're just going to run. We're looking for revenge, so we're just going to run. We're tired as hell, so we're going to make sure we run. We're very well rested, so we're going to run. You know what I'm saying? That's what this team does. And you saw that in that game that they lost by double digits, but still cashed their team total overs, and their shooting numbers were terrible in that game. In their last game, they shot like 20%, 15% from 3 and like under 40% from 2, and their team totals still went over. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just not getting this, and I will take it. The Vegas Aces, I'm seeing 20.5 minus 115, so I will take I will throw on that one.
Brandon Scott says 2.5 point move in Washington. Public tickets decidedly on Vegas, but money percentage huge on Washington.
Yeah, I think Washington's gonna the team total over for Washington is a good bet as well. All right, I'm going to take. I'm going to take. All right, you know what? I won't go crazy with it. I just have the Vegas Ace. I have the Aces first half team total over, and I have Washington full game team total over, and that's it for now. And we'll see how it all turns out. All right, that's it for WNBA. Now we got CFL. Yeah. Jimmy the Bag teased us in the beginning of the show. He has great analysis of this CFL game and at least one official pick. What do you have for us, Jimmy the Bag?
Yeah. I can be proud of the record right now. Still 10-5. This game took a lot of figuring out. Looking at comments, looking at what people are saying, looking how confident Manziel is, whether I can trust this Alouettes offense. I am a big supporter of their offensive coordinator. So they've also been able to produce on their first drive this year, but will they be able to do that with Manziel? I'll give you my play first, and then we'll break it down. I'm on Ticats first half, and it's minus 3.5. I'm on the Ticats first half. Manziel says, I feel fortunate enough to be going up against a defense that I've seen more than any other defense since I've been in the CFL. Come on. You've been here for, 6 weeks, 7 weeks? You think you know these guys inside and out? He says, I feel like I really know this personnel very well. Come on. That's such bullshit. Ticats pivot Jeremiah Masoli had such a strange game last week. That 21-15 game against Ottawa was couldn't have been more strange. First off, the Ticats defense was holding Ottawa in the red zone, and then we just saw Ottawa put up 40+ against what we thought was going to be a good defense in the Toronto Argonauts, because Grey Cup champions. He went 26 for 38, threw for 352 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He was very upset. Masoli was very upset how they played in the red zone. They talked about it all week. Jalen Saunders is a beast. Saunders finished with 154 yards. Brandon Banks is very, very good. He's electrifying. I really think that the Ticats can do exactly what the Red Blacks did last night, put up scores in the red zone and take care of whatever was going wrong in the red zone. A big thing is they're getting Alex Green back at running back. He broke his hand in the preseason. He's going to help immensely. June Jones says you have to contain Manziel, right? Make him throw the ball to us. That's what we need to do. Make him throw the ball to us. I agree. Mazzoli, though, has something to prove. This is a team that chose him over Johnny Football. I think he's going to have a great game. I also feel like this is the type of situation where Manziel might get more comfortable later in the game, might get more comfortable in the fourth quarter, especially if the Ticats are up by a big amount of points. That's why I'm a little concerned about a backdoor cover. In saying that, I really like Ticats first half.
Well, I'm listening to everything you said, Jim, and I'm thinking what you're saying. All right, so first of all, I'll give you minus 3.5, minus 110, right? It is creeping up a little bit at Pinnacle, but other places are at 3.5, minus 110. I'm listening to what you're saying, Jim, and I'm thinking, well, then why don't you like the under? The over. The over.
Oh, because I don't trust Manziel. I'm going to wait. If he proves it, but right now I'm not going to put my money on him and this Alouettes offense that's looked questionable all season long. Vernon looked good. Vernon looked good last start. I thought he gave them a better opportunity than I think Manziel, who's been with his team for 2 weeks. Maybe the Ticats team total over would be something that is interesting.
The full game over here is just 50, although it's headed up. The Greek is still holding at 50. It's now 50.5 at some places. Heritage up to 51. The Greek still has 50, though. Why don't you like the over here, Jim? I just
told you, I just don't trust Manziel. I don't trust Manziel to deliver the offense. And it's just simple.
And there you go, Mohamed Joma. Everything you said, Jimmy, makes me like the over 50.
I get it. I get it. I just think that, and then Jam Man says Hamilton team total over 29. That sounds appealing to me.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds appealing to me. Okay, listen, another thing is I don't want to double up on this game when I've got a lot to learn about what the Alouettes are going to look like with Manziel. So I just want to make one play. I want to watch it, learn from what Manziel's doing up in this league, see if he's capable of putting up big numbers. But yes, I would lean to Ticats team total over. Definitely.
All right. Well, I have been listening to you, Jim, and I will make this one an official pick. Full game over 50 minus 110. Hamilton and Montreal. That is at the Greek right now. Full game over 50 minus 110. Official pick, Jim. Just from listening to you, and also my own thoughts on the game. I looked into the game a little bit, but yeah, up. Coco Bongo, like CFL parlay. Hamilton game under 50. Calgary first half minus 6.5. Easy money.
Tomorrow,
Coco Bongo likes the easy money.
Yeah, I really think the Stamps are going to lay a beat down on the Lions. Really, really do. I just want to spend a little bit more time on it, and obviously, I care about Travis Lulay for whatever reason. I got my Pisaglia shirt down here in Costa Rica. So I think that's stopping me from making a play on the show right now. But I think the Stamps are going to beat up.
Here we go. Great comment from Tomarino Tomor. As always giving you something to think about. Manziel never had great arm strength in college. He depended on his athleticism. He won't be faster than people at this level, which is true. There's a lot of guys who are like borderline NFL players here who are, which Manziel is. So that's true.
Speedy Fighter says, I'm on that Ticats first half spread too, Jimmy. Nice to hear that.
Wow. All right, so I don't like this. I don't like the fact that Coco Bongo has identified a parlay involving the under 50 as easy money. Coco Bongo is now up to 50.5.
Yeah, I hear you. I just feel like I've got more to learn before I'm going to bet more than one unit on this game. What I like the best is Ticats to take control early.
But on the other hand, this could easily also be a situation where Hamilton just puts up 40 on their own. I mean, that would not be out of the question.
I tell you what, I find the Hamilton team total over more appealing than the full game over.
Right. I mean, and at 50, Hamilton could get almost all the way there, and that would not be a huge shock.
We're talking about a team now. I know the Red Blacks just showed us that it doesn't matter really what happens the week before. We're talking about a team that put up a ton of yards and scored 15 points last week.
Right.
Mazzoli goes 26 for 38 for 352 yards. In the CFL, when you hear those numbers, you think, wow, how many points did this team score? 35? But no, they scored 15. What's going on with their red zone offense? Is this going to be something that's easily fixable against a softer Alouettes defense? Probably. Probably.
And here comes Kobe Valentine. This is what I'm saying as well. This is Manziel's shot. Listen, I think he is going to be up for this game as much as he possibly can. Kobe says
the way up for it.
What?
He's going to be up for it. I think he's going to be up and pumped. I think this is a great league for him. I just don't know. I just don't know if he knows this playbook well enough.
All right, and here we go. Kobe Valentine, says the way he plays is meant for the CFL. I said that. Like when he was in college, I said that. Absolutely true. If he can show some life today, he'll have a great CFL career. He just needs to focus and scramble the way he did in college Heisman. And all right, so Jimmy the Bag, what do we have coming up next? MMA.
I'm excited about
MMA.
This.
All right, because I was about to throw on the Aces first quarter team total over as well. Yes, I'm still thinking about that. But all right, so now we're going to move on to MMA UFC 227. Obviously, some great fights here. Let's start with the one pick that I gave. I gave one pick in the video with Andreas Hale, and it was J.J. Aldrich. At the time, Aldrich was around a plus 170 or so, plus 180. She has now gotten bet down to plus 120. And the pick that I gave was Aldrich by decision, which at the time was plus 300. And anyone who's familiar with this fight knows that if Aldrich does win, the way she fights, she keeps a distance, tries to win by decision. I think if Viana wins, it's likely to be inside the distance. So if Aldrich does win, I think it's likely to be by decision. I gave two plays on this on the card, just two plays. Aldrich by decision at plus 300, and the Aldrich fight going the distance at minus 145. And again, Aldrich opened at plus 250. I really wanted to give it at that line. In the call with Andreas Hale, it was down to plus 180, and now it is all the way down to plus 120.
Wow, and this is exactly the reason why Anna Merrick wanted to get his plays in early, and he did.
And he did.
He got Aldrich. at plus 230
there
from
you go.
5 dimes. They
There
got
you
that, I
go.
believe, on Tuesday. Great job. He just says, another close fight, and JJ very serviceable. The line is off.
Wow.
And it should be much closer than this value play.
All right, so once again, Andy Marak is now, we said that he can lock in the lines if he wants. He just has to send them to Jim and quote the book. So what did he get? I'm going to write this down for...
He got Aldrich, and I can show you even the email
from
days ago.
Come on,
from 5 dimes. Plus 230.
I mean, the world is going to hell in a handbasket, but when you tell me what Anna Marak's picks are, I trust you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's a great guy.
All right.
And he's a great guy. And we can start breaking down.
So Andy Marak got Aldrich at plus 230, huh?
Yes, he did.
All right, Aldrich at plus 230. All right, so the rest of the card, what are we going to do here? We're going to have a video from Andy Marak where he's going to give us his one play on the main event, and then we have a video from Bill Buttlicker.
Yep.
All right, so the video for the main event, Garbrandt against Dillashaw. I talked about this one with Andreas Hale. Andreas Hale did give Dillashaw as an official pick. Slight line move in Dillashaw's favor when Andreas Hale gave it at minus 115, now up to minus 124 at Pinnacle. I just don't know about that. I mean, Dillashaw's obviously great up till now. He's definitely been winning the psychological battle. But don't forget, I mean, Garbrandt has had some great wins in his career. This is an intense rivalry. Garbrandt did have Dillashaw in trouble in the first fight. And I'm just thinking that the script and lots of other things have Garbrandt written all over it. And if I was going to take Garbrandt, which I might, I would definitely want him inside the distance, probably to get a finish. Not necessarily, although this fight could go the distance, but I'm thinking that Garbrandt inside the distance at about plus 200 would be the play here. And I'm going to make a prediction for what Andy Marak likes. I predict Andy Marak is going to say that he likes Garbrandt. Let's see what the video says.
All right, Larry.
What's going on, Low Bag team? You got Clint here, Andy Marak from the chat. I'm doing my best bet for UFC 227. And I think we got to go with the main event. It's the big show. And Pete, no way I don't have a pick. This fight isn't too tough to call, man. I'm going to agree with Andreas Hale. I got TJ Dillashaw inside the distance. It's just like last week's main event. This fight is not going to go to the cards. You might as well get that extra value on TJ inside the distance because there's no way he's winning it by decision. These guys hate each other. They're both looking to kill one another. One of them fights emotional. That same guy, Cody Garbrandt, is coming off of a knockout to TJ in their last fight. He's the one recovering from a concussion. He's the one who's been shook in his confidence. I expect the fight to look very similar to the last one. I expect TJ to come out, make another statement, put this kid away, and not have to face him for a long, long time. Let's get it, boys.
His play is Dillashaw.
Yeah.
Inside the distance.
Inside the distance. And what line did he quote?
He didn't quote one. Can we grab
He didn't quote one, so we can get him right now.
Yeah.
Dillashaw, inside the distance, current line at 5 dimes, plus 175. Dillashaw, inside the distance, 175, plus 175. And I was also thinking that, I mean, this is a 5-round fight. We saw the first fight. It almost ended in the first round, then it ends in the second. I was thinking this fight not going the distance is minus 195 might be a good play, except I'm just so concerned because they both know each other so well that it could easily turn into a defensive war of attrition that could wind up going the distance, but it feels like there's going to be a finish here one way or the other. I'm very, very tempted to give the fight not going the distance at minus 195 as an official pick, and I will think about that while we watch Bill Buttlicker's video, right? We have Bill Buttlicker who's giving us a bunch of picks, right?
Bill Buttlicker is giving us 4 picks. So why don't we roll that video?
Let's roll that.
Cool, Larry? We good?
What's going on, Low Bag family? It's your main man, Bill Buttlicker here. My quick picks / best bets for UFC 227 this Saturday night. We're going to kick it off with TJ Dillashaw, the reigning, defending, undisputed champ. I believe he will retain his title because he's the better, the more experienced, and the more well-rounded fighter. He has way more tools than Cody Garbrandt. I believe he's going to show that this Saturday night. So my book has minus 133. I'll take it. It's like printing money, my friends. Do not fade TJ Dillashaw. Next, we're going to go with Poliana Viana at minus 145 in my book right now at GT Bets. I'm taking that. I'm laying the juice. I believe this woman has the skills on the ground to make JJ Aldrich tap. She is going to tap this woman out. I believe maybe first round, second round, but definitely I see Poliana Viana winning by submission. So I'm going to take her. Also, I like Montel Jackson. Right now, he's at minus 125. I'm going to lay that juice. I'm not impressed by Ricky Simon or Ricky Simone, whatever you want to call him. he's good, but he's not impressive. And when I see Montel Jackson, his tape, something about him just stands out. It looks like he's got power. It looks like he in there. He ain't playing games. He ain't trying to grapple. He's in there to knock you out. So, minus 125, that's not too bad. I think he's going to pull it off, and I'm going to lay that juice with him. Next, I will also be taking Matt Sales. I see some money coming in on Shaman Moraes, but man, Matt Sales looks good. He looks smooth. He looks experienced. He's got great training partners. So, hey, minus 105, I love that price. So I think those 3 plays are going to get me through this weekend. Hope y'all cash. Thank you. God bless.
All right. So we weren't able to hear the video. So Bill, my man Bill Buttlicker, shout out to American Bill Buttlicker. Bill is on Dillashaw.
Okay. Wow.
Poliana Viana.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Going against you there.
Okay.
And going against American. Montel Jackson.
Okay.
And Matt Sales.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much, Bill Buttlicker, for that. And now we have just we're going to go over the other picks that Annie Marak sent in. Once again, the Demetrius Johnson Cejudo fight. I don't know, man. Obviously, DJ is friggin' awesome. Andreas Hale did give under 4.5 at minus 150 as an official pick there. That's going to be a pass for me. DJ is obviously awesome. He's probably going to win here. I don't want to lay minus 500, and I don't want to time a win in the 3rd round or 4th round from DJ. So that's a pass for me. But Andreas Hale did take under 4.5 plus, so under 4.5 rounds at minus 150. And also, Andreas Hale thinks that Cub Swanson's getting a little bit disrespected as this big of an underdog against Moicano. Obviously, Moicano is awesome, but it wasn't long ago. We remember that Swanson was a real contender in the 145 pound range, and he's had a couple bad losses, but he's a huge underdog here. And Andreas Hale gave that one as a pick. And then in Holland and Santos, I gave the opinion that I thought Holland might have a little bit of value at plus 300, but that wasn't an official pick for me, and I'm going to pass on that one. So that's it for the main card. Once again, just 2 plays for me. Aldrich by decision. It was plus 300 when I gave it. And the fight going the distance, minus 145. It's now actually minus 135 at 5 dimes. All right, what are Annie Marak's other picks that I can write down here?
Annie Marak and Normal Nation also sent us a play on this Swanson-Moicano fight.
Yeah.
Annie Marak is on Cub Swanson. He locked it in early at 5 dimes at plus 330. Says Cub is being disrespected. Renato's very good and is a big young fighter. However, Cub only losses to the elite in this division. 2 of Renato's last 4 wins have come by split decision. He's still growing and evolving, and Cub is still Cub. If Renato's going to get big brothered, it's going to be this fight.
All right.
Cub has talked about getting back to his wrestling, which is perfect for this fight. If he can take Renato down and smother him, and he also did a full training camp with the main eventer and current champion, TJ Dillashaw.
All right, that was pretty much what Andreas Hale said as well, that Swanson just getting disrespected. Andreas Hale gave it his official pick, and now we are adding it on to Anna Marak's official record. Cub Swanson plus 330. What else does he have?
Well, let me just say, Normal Nation says the value on this play on this card is clear. Cub Swanson says there's a huge line discrepancy. Moicano deserves to be the chalk, but he doesn't deserve to be a minus 350 chalk. If I was setting the line, I would make him more of a minus 130 favorite. This fight reminds me of last weekend's Aldo Stevens fight. Although everyone thought Aldo was finished off, came back because of back-to-back losses to Holloway. He went out and slept Stevens in 4 minutes. I understand Swanson's lost 2 in a row, but they were against Ortega, the #1 contender and future champion, and a scrappy veteran with a lot left in the tank in Frankie Edgar. Swanson has lost a step, but it's a baby step. Give me Swanson plus 300.
All right, and what are the other picks from Annie Marak?
Okay, quickly, sorry, I had to switch back and forth.
Sure, please.
Yes, okay, these are Annie Marak's plays. First off, kicking off the fight, he is on Marlon Vera. Shows constant improvements.
What
currently.
What odds?
None yet.
None odds. Okay, I'll quote him right now. Read it.
One of those losses was a decision loss against Lineker, which you can't really hold against him. I think this is a stomping. I expect Marlon Vera to win inside the distance via submission. However, the line is unplayable, and there's no inside the distance. If the inside the distance line is under minus 180, I'll take it. He wants Vera inside the distance.
Okay, Vera inside the distance. Why don't you read the next pick while I look for that one here?
Yes. The Taylor fight. he's Zhang Welly. Am I pronouncing that right? Zhang.
Yeah.
Zhang is going to be a parlay with Ricardo Ramos. Believes that Daniel Taylor, first serviceable fighter who's in shape and can wrestle. That said, she doesn't do anything impressively. Zhang, on the other hand, 16-1.
Okay.
Only lost
Just
by
hold on
decision.
1 second. So he wants Vera inside the distance?
Yes.
At anything under than what? Minus 180?
Yes.
Well, it's right now plus 115 at 5 dimes. So we'll definitely make that one an official pick.
Wow.
Inside the distance at plus 115, which is the current line at 5 dimes. Vera inside the distance at plus 115. Vera by decision is plus 124. Okay, Jim.
Wow. Wow. And Bill says, love that Vera pick. Okay, so Zhang parlayed with Ricardo Ramos. Ramos 11-1 with only 2 decision wins, fighting an Asian dude with a hard to pronounce name who is 14-7 with one of his recent losses to a guy who isn't even in the UFC anymore. I think Ramos rolls here. So Ramos. So it's a parlay with Zhang and Ramos.
Zhang and Ramos. Okay, so I will quote some lines here. Just pick a book. Oh, well, why don't we use Intertops? Intertops.
Yes.
We'll use Intertops. Zhang is minus 260 and Ramos is minus 220. So those are the odds we'll give for this parlay. 260 and minus 220 parlay. What else we have?
The next pick is Jose Torres. Alex Perez is 20-4, riding a 7-fight win streak, 3rd UFC fight. Most of the wins coming by decision or submission. Extremely serviceable fighter. His opponent, though, Shorty Torres, 8-0 professional, seems to have an experience disadvantage. However, he was 8-0 as an amateur. 6 of his 8 pro wins came by finish. Jose was actually going for his 3rd title prior to getting the UFC call. I expect big things from him in the future. He's a slight dog this weekend.
Okay, did he give any odds? All right, plus 125 is the current line at the Heritage.
The ones he locked in early were already done.
Okay,
so all these ones, okay. Then he is not with Bill Buttlicker. He's taken Shimon Moraes.
Okay.
Fight is a pick'em. Think that's just wrong. Moraes, am I pronouncing that right? Moraes? Moraes, 9-2, with his only 2 losses coming to Marlon Moraes, who just KO'd Jimmy Rivera, a man nobody had finished before, and was looking like the next title contender against Magomed Sharipov, who is literally the next big thing at 15-1, undefeated since 2013. Some people may not recall, but Moraes lost to Zabit by submission. Those 2 losses, highly forgivable, but the performance he put in those 2 losses, in my opinion, places him a level above his opponent.
All right, the line has moved in his favor. It's plus 110. It was where it opened. Now it's minus 112. So Moraes at minus 112 at Pinnacle right now. What else does he have?
Also, with Bill Buttlicker, he's on Montel Jackson.
Okay.
Ricky Simon won his last fight by guillotine. His opponent did this really weird leg kicking thing for a full minute instead of tapping or being choked and appeared to be fine, but the ref stopped it for some odd reason. Really weird. Was losing the fight until that point. 13-1, fighting a bunch of tomato cans. I think Montel Jackson, straight off his KO win on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contender series, is going to be the more athletic fighter, and I see him sleeping Ricky.
All right, that's another line that has moved in his favor. Montel Jackson opened at plus 110. Now the best line will be minus 118 at Pinnacle. Jackson minus 118. What else, Jim?
Then he's on Brett Johns. Here's a fight where the line makes things interesting. Munoz is a solid fighter, but Brett Johns is no joke. Tends to fight close and is a physical fighter who will pressure his opponent and has improved striking. When fights run close, Munoz tends to lose those and Brett tends to win those. The takedown advantage goes to Johns. The threat of the takedown can open up chances for his hands. Give me the dog.
All right, this is another one that's moved slightly in his favor, although at BetMania and BetPhoenix it hasn't moved yet. So Pinnacle has plus 190, but BetMania and BetPhoenix have plus 220. So we'll give him that. John's at plus 220. What else do you have, Jim?
Holland, Kevin Holland. Thiago has nice melting power. However, he's inconsistent. 17-6 goes on a tear against low-level competition. I'm never laying minus 400 on a guy like that. Kevin Holland just came off Dana White's Contender Series and has a reach advantage and the outside striking style that could keep out of range of Thiago's power. Thiago likely KOs this kid, but even taking the inside to distance prop is likely out of range. Give me the dog money.
That's what I was thinking as well. And Holland at plus 300 is the current line. What else do we have, Jim?
We just mentioned Aldrich. We mentioned Swanson. And then finally he says Henry Cejudo. Cejudo, excuse me. Says DJ the greatest of all time. Is the pound for pound best ever. One day he's going to get old and slow down. Just a bit like Anderson Silva did. It's going to take a man like Henry Cejudo to take him down. Cejudo, Olympic wrestler who underestimated DJ in the first fight, had massive improvement since that loss. Cejudo.
All right, so he's going to take Cejudo here.
Yeah.
All right, Cejudo at plus 395, which is the current line at bookmaker. Cejudo at plus 395, and if he likes Holland, I'm thinking about throwing on Holland at plus 300. That's it for our extensive UFC 227 coverage. Now we are going to quickly go to a rugby. We'll just take a minute or two for this one. It is St.
Can we just take a second to thank Anna Merrick and Bill Butlicker? What incredible guys!
Yes.
We beloved members of the Lowback family. Thank you for putting in your hard work just to make this show better. It's always these guys in the chat that makes our show so special. So thank you guys.
All right, I know I'm probably going to take some shit for this. St. George against New Zealand. Both these teams are off of tough losses, and this is a game that means a lot to both of these teams. They're both off tough losses. They put up a lot of points, but I'm taking the under in this one. New Zealand under the under at 42 minus 103. That's the current line at Pinnacle. St. George against New Zealand. Again, it's the end of the season. You see this a lot in NFL. Both teams off of tough losses. They're both looking for the playoffs. They're both jostling for playoff position. They can both put up points, but I'm going to take the under 42 at minus 103. I would also have a lean to New Zealand here at plus 6.5, even though St. George has a great record at home. But I'm going to take for now just the under at 42 minus 103, and that's it for the one rugby game that goes tomorrow or that goes tonight. Sorry. Any other comments we want to address before we wrap it up?
Jason coming in with his AFL plays. Essendon versus Hawthorn over 170.5. Sydney versus Collingwood. Sydney to win. Western Bulldogs for St. Kilda under 170.5, and that's his best bet.
Okay, let me see. Oh no, Glenn Kelly says he's on the over 42 in that game. All right, well we'll see how it turns out. Coco Bongo says DJ will win in round 2 or 3. Coco Bongo, DJ to win in a specific round can have some big value. Last time I saw he was like 8-1 to win in round 3, like 11-1 to win in round 4. So that might be the way to go about doing it.
Mr. Green's rugby picks. Do you see them there?
Yes,
Sunday
I do.
Challenge Cup.
All right. I guess we are running way over here, but we are not going to end this show before we come with the most psychedelic part of this show that we do all week long. I don't even know what to make of it anymore. Barely even know how to introduce it anymore. Last week I don't know what the hell happened. Some fucked up dude named Federico just came in. Did that pick win or not?
I don't even know.
You don't even know.
It was at 2 o'clock this afternoon.
All right, here we go. Lucrative Larry. Larry doesn't seem to. Larry, come on down. Lucrative Larry's play of tomorrow.
Oh, Larry's back.
Yeah. All right. Great. Wonderful. Okay. All right, what's going on here?
Fortune Freddy.
Uh-huh.
That was the worst minute and a half I've ever seen on SBR videos.
Wow, harsh.
I'm heading to the England League One. I'm going to take Sunderland over Charlton on the 3-way. Minus 110 at Bet360.
Nice to have you back.
All right, great.
Nice to have you back.
I hope the kids who love Lucrative Larry are satisfied by that segment there. Of course, Larry is on Twitter. He's going to be at the IFBC. Any final words before we wrap things up for the week?
Wow, these weeks are a goddamn battle.
They are. They sure are.
Jesus.
Ups and downs and ups and downs and ups and downs.
But man, we can't do it without you guys on the chat. So thank you so much for being a part of our show, and much love. Let's have a profitable Friday night.
That's it. Cleveland is shitting the bed. Are they shitting the bed?
They are, yeah.
They're down 2-0. Oh, that's okay, but that's in the first inning, right?
Yeah, that's in
all
the
right.
first
So
inning.
there you go. I already got a cash with the score in the first inning. Yes, in the Cleveland game. All right. Thanks, everyone. We'll be back on Monday, 12 o'clock Eastern time.